What's up, Overtakers? Here we are. We're headed to Nicolate. What do you reckon?
I reckon this sounds pretty good, man.
Yeah.
We're in a pretty classy car here, much classier than what I rocked up to your house in.
Yeah, like a little yellow bird looking thing. We're on the way to Nicolate in the Skyline, and that's the topic of this video. We're going to find out a little bit more about the Skyline. And me.
And you.
Yep.
A game my mother used to say I was very good at, 20 questions.
On the way out to the meet, Dave got lost and tried to ask some locals for some help. Instead of helping though, the locals just took Dave's offering and walked away. But Dave did get to learn some new skills along the way.
Alright Tyler, why don't you remind us a little bit about your current setup?
So the current setup in the Skyline, we've got the high-flowed R34 turbo, 550cc injectors, Nismo fuel pump. We've got front and rear strut braces. We've got camber arms put in. We have the Nismo two-way mechanical diff.
We can hear that at low speeds. I like it.
Yep. We got the Haltech Platinum Pro, the plug-in ECU, which was tuned by Hoff. Down at Nugget Garage, Cleveland exhaust there. And we made 418 horsepower, 21 pounder boost. So there's plenty of fun to be had when you put your foot down.
Pretty respectable number, pretty responsive.
Yep, it is. And yeah, being such a small turbo, it comes on pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, it does. Makes it great for highway cruising.
It does.
And what do you reckon of the Power Tune digital dash?
Oh, the Power Tune, awesome. Like, for the price that you pay for something like this, like, yes, the Haltech would be good because it's the brand name and everything would work really well with the Haltech, especially. For what it is, it's an awesome little unit that allows you to map into, like, there's thousands of sensors in there that you can click on.
Yep.
And basically anything that you could get your ECU to tell it, it'll probably pick it up. So.
And how do you go for programming?
Programming the dash itself is actually pretty easy. It's just a quick double tap on the screen, and then you can add in a new data set. You can change its speed to GPS speed, like we got the GPS speed up here, and that's working pretty well at the moment. So
nice and accurate, and yes. A bit more reliable than the factory speedo.
Yes. And the tacho is also awesome because now I can tell that I'm sitting at 2,500 revs.
You actually have a tacho
on the highway, and not 8,000.
What do you got planned for the future for this car?
The future for this car, we've actually bought a RB30 for the bottom end of this. We got a Series 2 block. I haven't had it delivered yet, but it's been sitting in someone's shed for a while, and they said, oh, I heard you want an RB30, and I said, yes, I do. And they sent me a photo of it, and it's RB30 with full rotating assembly there. So I bought that, and we'll get that eventually at some point. We're not ready to build it yet, of course, because it's going to take a lot of money that I don't have at the moment.
Definitely a lot of money, but what sort of goals are you aiming for with that engine combo?
When it comes out, I want to aim for 650, around there, 700 horsepower. So it's going to cost me a little bit of money to do that. But I also want to build it to future-proof it for myself, because I know that at some point I'm going to want more power than that.
Yep.
And I don't want to go, oh, well, I really wish I paid the extra money to put all these extra parts in so that I could go for that power. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do it once, do it right.
Yeah.
And what about aesthetically? Have you got any plans to modify the outside or the way this car appears to the naked eye?
Look, as much as people hate on them, I actually love wide body kits. So if anything, I'd love to just do the GTR fenders on this to get a little bit more width.
Yep.
Nothing like crazy or anything like that.
Just tuck a bit more meat underneath the back.
Yeah, I'd just love to do that, just to, make it look a little bit more tougher on the road, a bit wider,
a bit more aggressive,
big wheels under it and everything. So that'd be that's probably the goal with the outside. Other than that, would probably look to paint or wrap it. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Whichever one comes up at the right price at the right time.
That is a big consideration.
Yeah.
If you had an unlimited budget, what would you do?
Billet block, 3.2. There's actually one on Nugget Garage that was a G&T performance build. I think it was their last video, not the Hayabusa one, but the one before where they had the drift car on there.
Yeah. That's a wild car.
Yeah,
And coincidentally, we saw that at Packers.
Yes.
You ready for 20 questions?
Yeah.
Favorite color Skyline?
Bayside blue. I like, as much as like Midnight Purple and Millennium Jade, and those are all really awesome colours. I do really like them, but there's just something about a really nice Bayside blue Skyline that you just can't go past.
Definitely. What is your favorite model of Skyline? R33.
Yes. It wasn't originally. I always had an affinity towards R34s because who doesn't?
They're a good looking car.
Ever since getting and R32s as well, just like the the very slender shape of a 32, it's actually really nice.
It's compared to 33 and 34, it's a bit more like a Greyhound, isn't it?
Yes. But ever since owning a 33, and I'm obviously biased because I do have a 33. Ever since owning one, it's definitely changed my perception on this car.
Yep. Money no object. What 5 cars couldn't you refuse?
Well, there's 2 Porsches in there. We got a Porsche GT3 RS. Definitely a RWB as well, Porsche. Can't go past that.
They're both great cars.
Yes, they're 2 of the cars that I'd go for. I'd probably pick up a 34 GTR if I could.
Yep.
Because that's like the GTR model that you'd love to own because it's so expensive and it's so out of reach. Obviously, whenever something becomes that far out of reach, you want it even more.
Yeah.
Chevy C10, 100%. That's if there's one car that I could buy right now, it would be one of those. And I'm actually going to go not super expensive with the last one, a Toyota Chaser. It's like a JZX 100, and that'd be the daily driver.
Yep, JZX 90, JZX 100. I would be all over that myself.
Yeah.
Especially in white.
Yes.
Big fan of them in white. Any car, any engine, any gearbox, what would you build?
The Chevy C10. We'd go an RB26 with the 30 bottom end on it as well, or a 32, stroke it.
Yep.
Sequential gearbox, just to bang gears.
Yep.
And big turbo, big boost. That'd be the dream because a lot of people do the V8s in those sorts of cars, and I think it would just be awesome to be different.
Merge 2 worlds together, eh?
Yeah.
Are you any good on a motorbike?
Probably not anymore. I rode motorbikes as a kid. Had a few pretty massive stacks.
Yeah.
In the times, my most notable stack would probably be we were at the track, and Dad points out and goes, "Oh, go and try that jump." And I thought he was pointing to the big tabletop with the big gap in it. So I went and gave that one a go, and lo and behold, I did not have enough speed to do that. So had a pretty massive stack on that one. Went straight over the front of the handlebars. When I crashed into the bankment of where you're supposed to land, I crashed into the straight up part.
No.
So that was a bit of pain.
I can imagine. Ultimate track car, what would you have?
The Porsche, the GT3 RS. I'd love to have one of those as the track car.
They make such an incredible amount of noise, and the sheer grip is incredible.
Yes, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'd love to have it as a dream track car. It used to be the R35 GTR for me, but ever since watching videos and seeing those Porsches in person, it's been one of those.
What is your favourite style of racing to compete in?
Well, I haven't done drifting yet, but the circuit racing was really fun, but I think I just really enjoy drag racing.
Drag racing is great fun. It's great fun to spectate as well.
Yes.
There's a lot going on, and you can experience the whole lot, start to finish.
You can. And there's nothing like it, the fact that you can, it's a good place because you get to go and do a burnout in your car, you get to test how fast you can go, all these sorts of things, that you just don't get necessarily out of the other events all in one.
Yep. 2 doors or 4 doors?
2 doors.
I think I would have a hard time deciding. I think there's too many options out there.
Yeah. Well, if you have a look at all my dream cars, 4 of them have 2 doors.
True.
And one of them has 4 doors.
Paint or wrap?
I think as much as wraps have come a long way, I think I still couldn't go past a good paint job, especially just with, how good you can make engine bays look and everything like that as well.
100%.
It's done really nice.
And solid colour or a livery?
I'd love to do a livery. We did toss up with doing that for a while. We weren't really sure in the end. It still may come on the cards in the future.
Yep.
But I think solid colour for me, if ideally some sort of metallic colour with a lot of fleck.
Comment down below what livery Tyler should put on this car. Lifted or lowered?
Lowered.
Front drive, rear drive, all-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive?
Probably rear-wheel drive after driving it, because it's just a lot of fun.
Naturally aspirated, turbo, or supercharged?
I've been in all three, and I definitely have to say turbo. There's nothing like the noise. As much as the whine of a supercharger is awesome, but yeah, the you know, you just can't go past it.
Beach cruising or a twisty road?
Twisty road.
Solo cruise or with a group of mates in other cars?
With a group of mates definitely is a lot more fun. You know, just cruising together, you know, left lane of the highway, 100 k's an hour.
Yep.
And just cruising together, hanging out. It's awesome, especially when you pull up to the spot and you get to admire all your mates' cars.
Definitely.
Get some sick photos.
Music while you're driving, or the engine is all the music you need?
The engine is all the music, yes. the engine and the turbo.
What driving experience you haven't had that you'd like to try?
Definitely giving drifting a go myself.
Yep.
So drifting a go for me to drive, but if I could have the opportunity to go and do, I know it would be super hard and I'd probably be freaking out the entire time, but navigator for a rally driver.
That's incredible.
Like, you know, just being passenger, even if it wasn't navigating, just being passenger while they smash out a rally course.
It's intense.
That'd be,
the speed and direction changes.
Yeah.
Is something else.
That'd be one driving experience where I'd love to, you know, I'd love to go and experience it.
Do your own mechanical or pay a professional, and why?
So I'd like to do more of my own stuff, and we've slowly started to do that. But there's definitely points where I look at things and go, I want to pay the professional, because it's better that I pay him than I stuff it up myself. And then especially when you're playing with components that will end up with bigger problems if you do something wrong.
Yep, I can understand that. Big house, small shed, or big shed, small house, and what color are you painting the floor of your 10-bay garage?
I think you know the answer. It's big house. No, it's big shed, small house. What color? It'd be an epoxy floor with like, I don't know if anyone's watched TJ Hunt, but his epoxy floor looks really nice. It looks like a marble floor, but it's epoxied. Yep. I'd love to do something similar with like a black with like a white marbling through it.
I think I would have to go with a solid light blue or a really pale grey, so you can find those pesky bolts we drop. I don't know if you've ever dropped a bolt on Dave's floor.
Yes,
that place is a nightmare to find a bolt.
Yeah, you drop that thing and it's gone.
Blends into the floor and you can't find it.
Yeah.
But I support the painted floor. It's a game changer for oil spills.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
And leaking 4L60s.
Yes.
Sorry, Dave.
So much easier to clean up. Alrighty, guys. We've just gotten to Nicolate, so let's check it out. Let's go in, have a look, see what cars are here.
I have no doubt we're going to see some awesome people, some good mates, and some great cars.
Well, there you go. You got a bit more of an in-depth look into who I am and the Skyline.
Yeah, and it was a nice little meet.
It was.
A few cars showed up.
Awesome to cruise back as well.
Yeah,
with a
definitely.
bunch of different cars, and you got to jump in 2Jet. How was that?
That was insane. 2J built power glide. That thing is mental.
Well, if you guys like the video and you want to see one of these of Dave, then head down below in the comments. Let us know. Hit like while you're there. Hit subscribe. Consider becoming a member. Hit the join button. If this man can become a channel sponsor, then you could hit the bottom tier, you know. But just sharing the videos is enough, and we can't thank you enough for the support. We'll see you in the next one.
Take it easy. Stay in the right lane.